Well, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, MissErinYvette, and today I'm going to be doing an Expressed by E. I felt kind of cute. I'm in one of my favorite pair of pajamas. It's funny because I actually tried to sit down a couple days ago and film a video and it didn't go well. I'm in one of those moods where I want to sit here and pick over my words. And the only way I know how to get out of that, sadly, is to just word vomit, which is literally just talking and telling you guys how I feel. So that's what we about to do, which means I don't know what's about to come out my mouth. Anyway, if you are new here, definitely subscribe, tap that like button, and let's just jump right into my personal growth journey, where I've been, and just really you know, spilling the tea on myself. I'm single. Yeah, I told y'all word vomit. We're just gonna get it out there. They say you gotta be truthful, and people say speak positivity. I'm speaking the truth today. Okay, this is the truth so that I can walk in a new realism. Okay, just because this is how I saw myself previously, and we're gonna go in a little bit deeper about, you know, me just being insecure. But still, I want to be honest, it was an insecurity of mine to, at one point in my life, feel like not necessarily that I had to be in a relationship to be happy, because I know we know a lot of people like that. I honestly don't believe, if you know me, you know I actually enjoy being by myself. But one thing I did always so insecure about is every time a relationship ends, I was insecure about the fact that I did not want to explain why my relationship ended, or how you go from being so happy to, I don't even want to talk about that person no more, right? And in this present moment, I do not feel the need to speak on my ex at all. And I'm proud of myself for that. If you know me, you know that's growth, because I could sit here all day and say, this guy said this to me, and this guy did this to me, and he was this, and he was that. And the truth is, I can go on for days now. Don't get me wrong. The difference between her and she right now, her being the woman that I used to be in previous relationships with different guys, the younger version of me, the one who had that insecurity, and the woman today is that it's not even about what my ex did to me. It doesn't matter at all. You know what I mean? A lot of what he has done really isn't something new. I've seen it before, and I just decided it wasn't what I wanted anymore. So for me, the woman that I am today doesn't feel the need to explain how I got my heart broke. Just know that it happened. We accepted it, and she, her, we're all moving on. I'm not sad about it anymore. It's something that still doesn't make sense to me, but I also truly believe it's one of those things that never was meant to make sense in the first place. It's more about what I learned in the relationship than the actual relationship itself, and that's why I wanted to even bring that up. This relationship, y'all, has taught me so much about myself. Like, it wasn't even that long, but it feels like this girl has rebirthed. This girl has pressed the restart button on life. Like, I don't know if you guys remember a lot of my videos from the beginning of this year, but insecurity was at the top of that list. Okay, look at her hair now. She's up there. I mean, right now, everything that I'm eating, to everything that I'm wearing, to the daintiness of my necklace, to the posture of my shoulders, my hands, my baby hairs, my lashes, it doesn't mean that I want to strive to be a perfect person, but it does mean that in every area of my life where I feel my best, and we talked about happiness being a choice, that is where Erin is used to pouring into herself. I haven't worn lashes in like 3 months. I used to sell lashes, okay? I was literally walking around with untangled hair. I didn't even want to comb my hair for weeks, okay? And I could go into the effects of this relationship, but why? I want to talk about the efforts that I'm taking to be a better woman, to be a better person. Had I had the mindfulness, had I listened to my gut, had I paid attention to things that did make me happy, that took me to a personal place where I know, talking about myself, I know when I'm not full. I know when I'm being triggered. How many people have you asked love from, and you step back and you realize, name one person in their life that they've expressed that love for, including themselves, okay? Ask yourself, do they even give that love to God? Do they reflect the love of God to anybody in their life? I mean, including strangers, a dog, a stuffed animal. Is there one figment of their whole identity, not their potential, but have they really showed you that this is the type of person they can be? I mean, ask yourself that. because the bitch was delusional. Why do we ask things of people that they've never ever said, this is who I am, this is who I'm gonna be, this is who I want to be, this is who I'm aiming to be? Half the we come up with be in our head. And Erin is done living in her head. That's attached to my job. That's attached to the way I go about my education. That's attached to the way I go about myself. In every area of my life, I wanted to be intentional. I wanted to be 100%, and I wanted to show and reflect the love of God. Because that God-like aspiration, and you know what that means. When you try to be and look and achieve your best, right? In all aspects. That's what I think about it. If I had to die today, like I'm going to see Jesus, what is the last day of my life gonna look like? What am I gonna be wearing? What am I gonna feel like? What am I gonna say about myself and to others? What kind of mindset am I gonna have? It really felt like at one point that relationship was the circle of everything for me. From the way I ate, to the way I dressed, to the way I did my hair, to the way I talked to God, or the amount of time that I talked to God, to the understanding of myself, right? As far as like catching up with these Express by E's, this one is more so me just telling on myself. I'm gonna sit down tomorrow and do an Express by E that I'm really excited about, but I didn't want to combine my personal whatever the fuck this is with an Express by E that I feel like is more motivational for you guys. And it's crazy because most times that I'm sitting here talking about myself, you guys always seem to still be motivated and find something from it that kind of helps you. And I'm really, really, really just grateful for that. Like when I read your messages, and it really means a lot to me, and that y'all saying y'all be crying watching my videos, y'all be crying reading the responses, because it really means something when somebody can understand what you're going through. Let's try, ladies and gentlemen, to reshape our minds when it comes to relationships. Like, just because, and I've been saying this myself for the past couple months, like for real, just because one thing ended doesn't mean it is your end. Just because there were mistakes involved, just because things did not go the way that you had planned for it to go, doesn't mean that life isn't still going, that God don't have a plan up his sleeve, that something new and fresh isn't starting. And that's, girl, that if nothing else, honey, that's what she's excited about. Okay, what's that? Some things are better left unsaid. I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you have me on Instagram at MissErinYvette. But I love you guys. I'm gonna get my life together, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Peace.